Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. What?
Hello.
It's a bunch of D&D people. What are the
It's a
odds?
bunch of fucking nerds.
10 minutes of eerie silence.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing more spooky than just unending silence. Welcome to Sauce Quest. I am Sauce, and this is my quest. I hate that tagline, but I'm sticking by it. And we got a spooky game, The Haunting of Spoopum Manor. Spooky. And why don't we just start by going around and having these players introduce themselves? Player number one tonight is Hamalu.
Hi everyone, I'm Emma Hamalu on the internet, and tonight I'm playing the appropriately drow-named Azandaria Helvarn, or Zara to her friends, who is a rogue, and she's just here for a good time.
And player number two, LD Gilbert.
Hello, pleasure to meet you. I'm Holly. I'm going to be playing L.D. Gilbert, Leonin Bard Extraordinaire, also a ghost hunter. There's a lot of crossover there, you'd be surprised. I'm just beautiful and wonderful and so charming, and I play the hurdy-gurdy. It's very out there. It's very...
Could you do me a quick favor and just tilt your camera down a little bit again?
Yeah.
Perfect. At player number three is our friend, Gray Miller.
Hello, I'm Gray, and I am I'm probably the oldest school D&D player because I played it back with the Red Box edition in my dissolute youth, and then I'm really glad to be invited back because I had a long break. I am going to be playing the Ineluctable Garg, which is a brass dragonborn and a fighter, and an in exile from the Order of the Truncated Rhombus. Sadly, so if I seem distressed, that is I'm missing my order.
Quick question: do you have like the holy symbol of like drawing a rhombus on your chest?
I mean, I can draw a quick rhombus to show you that what a truncated rhombus looks like.
Oh,
I mean
I know what a regular rhombus looks like, but
this is a truncated rhombus.
okay.
One of the invisible, ineffable point out there is what causes the mysticism.
All makes sense now.
That's what makes it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what?
So it's like truncated rhombus.
You're gonna have to give me a leaflet when you're done, because I really want to learn more about these guys. And
Hello.
last but not least, player number four, Julia Madeline.
Hi, yeah. So I'm playing Zara Juice Theridin. We independently both named ourselves Zara. We are. So I am a vampiric tiefling cleric of sort of the Death Order of Clerics, and I am a co-owner of the Enterprise with Gil, the our other player here, Holly. Zara is quite bored with most things, but is along on this ride and is also a ghost hunter with Gil.
All right. And what do you say? Why don't we play some D&D, y'all?
Woo!
Woo!
I suppose.
So our story begins just outside of Marsha Bay, the city of festivals. I think some of y'all have played around in there. It's along the Sword Coast of Faerun. The four of you have received letters stating that Lord Sterling Gadthrope Spoopums, a local baron and landowner, has died under mysterious circumstances. As the rest of his family is missing and presumed deceased, a search went out to find a suitable inheritor. Through whatever strange string of circumstances, random luck, chance, distant familial relations, or maybe clerical error, or theft in some cases, the four of you were sent these letters detailing that you stood to inherit the stately Spoopums Manor, as well as the surrounding lands, and of course, his vast amounts of wealth. The only stipulation was that you spend one night in Spoopums Manor, and at sunrise the estate will be divided among those who remain. So we start probably just at the gates, these large wrought iron gates, just outside the perimeter of Spoopums Manor. You were instructed to wait there for the housekeeper. These things are probably about 12 feet tall, wrought iron, very sharp along the tops. Every now and then you'll see that maybe that there's the occasional bird that accidentally impaled itself on top. There's a bunch of like basketballs that school children keep losing on the other side of the fence. But other than that, it is probably about sunset. And the four of you have been waiting here for probably the best part of an hour. Juice. What are Juice and Gilbert doing at this very moment?
Well, just looking at this place, I think I'm like already kind of getting like my spells in order, my crossbow, and I'm looking over at Gil and going, there's definitely spoops here, right? Like aside from the Spoopums Manor, there's ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Look at it, there's ghosts.
You can tell.
I hope so.
You can tell just from all these gnarled trees that are surrounding the perimeter, the occasional buzzard that just starts circling you, that this is Spook Central.
I'd be disappointed if it didn't look this fearful and haunted. I'm sure it'll make Halina. I'm sure it'll make a fantastic base of operations for us. I think it's the perfect location. It's the perfect. Get it because I'm a lion.
Yes, I get it.
That was a joke. I spot those.
See?
Yes.
See,
Yes.
I'm funny. I'm funny. I'm charming. I'm witty. I'm just the whole package.
You're delightful, dear.
Why, thank you.
If we've been here for about an hour, I suspect that I'm going to once again get up and go and just check the gate again to make sure it's actually locked and sturdy enough to actually keep us out. Because, you know, I tend to be kind of fidgety about that. So
as you approach the gate, Mr. Do you like it? Is it Garg?
Garg.
Garg.
Yes.
Mr. Garg. As you approach the gate and put your hand against it, you find it creaks open just a little bit.
Ah. I look at my compatriots. It seems to be open.
You solved the
Would you look
first
at that?
puzzle.
Well.
You're very strong, dear. Well done.
Well, you know, I don't even exercise. But yes, shall we continue in? I don't think this housekeeper is actually going to show up.
She maybe got delayed.
I think
Yeah, it
that's an
doesn't
astute
seem like it.
observation.
As you
Yeah, so
approach,
let's just wander in.
as you start wandering in through this kind of thicket of overgrown trees that are kind of growing into the path, eventually it clears out and you can just see a field of graves. And in the process of digging a fresh grave is this large, very sturdily built, very muscular female minotaur.
Ooh.
And as she sees you, she kind of puts her shovel into the earth, wipes off her brow, wipes off her horns, and kind of clops over to you and says, and who are you?
We're the guests, darling.
Yes, I'm Elder Stampede. I am the groundskeeper here, and she gives you a formal, if not mocking, bow.
I'll hold my hand out to shake her hand.
I bow back.
Yeah. She takes your hand and gives it a little kiss. Enchanté.
Oh, how polite.
I do basically the same back to her. I put my hand and go, you beat me to it, but it's fine.
Yeah, you take turns kissing each other's hands.
Yeah,
Just all here.
yeah. There's germs everywhere.
As she looks and says, I don't know where the butler is, but I'll be happy to lead you to the Spoopums Manor.
And my destiny.
Yeah, just walk this way. And she starts stomping off.
I like her. She's got good personality.
Beefy. You're welcome.
As you start approaching the manor, it is this 3-story Gothic manor, very, very it looks very old for its in design, but it is incredibly well kept, as if it has been plucked out of time almost. As you get closer to the estate, the door swings open, and a tiny goblin wearing a little suit steps out, and he says, "Hello, I'm Suspiciongton the butler."
Suspicious.
I get that quite a bit. And he offers another small bow. I believe you are...
Wait. How do we know this is Suspiciongton? He's simply telling it to us. I mean...
That's true. It would be very suspicious of him to lie to us.
Exactly.
Right.
And this little goblin kind of fiddles with his pencil mustache and says, I assure you, I'm the one and only Suspiciongton.
You wouldn't be lying to me, would you, little man?
Good goodness, I wouldn't dream of it. And that was a sterling pun you just made.
I know. Oh, darling, don't worry. I know.
That was both my character and me.
Yeah.
This is the third time this week.
Juice, you liked that one, didn't you?
Of course, go.
I'm looking at the Minotaur to see what, like, if she and Suspiciongton are like exchanging any like meaningful suspicious glances, or they don't like each other, or what seems to be the general reaction between the two of them.
Elda Stampede, the Minotaur, clearly has had a long day of digging graves, and when she sees Suspiciongton and sees the suspicion that his name elicits, she immediately just looks exhausted.
If he's got this little pencil mustache, does he look like a little mini goblin John Waters?
Yes, he does now.
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Suspiciongton. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Are we expected Suspiciongton?
We were expecting. We are expecting 4 inheritors. I believe you have your letters.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, right here.
Yeah.
And Suspiciongton takes your letters and starts going through them. And why are there 2 Zaras? It's just the letter G.
It must be a family name.
Yes. It must
Yeah,
be. And he looks to Zara. He looks to Juice.
Yeah, I'm like, at least, I'm around 40 years old, so I don't know how old, in tiefling age, I don't know what that looks like, but I'm like, it is a family name, so I'm assuming cousins and all that. I haven't met all of my cousins clearly before, but...
Must be distant.
Yeah.
It's Suspiciongton.
The resemblance is striking.
It's uncanny.
Isn't it?
It's like looking in a mirror. And Suspiciongton will hold the door open and say, "Welcome to the stately Spoopa Manor."
Lightning crashes.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Yeah.
There's rain. You hear the caw of crows. Somewhere a baby
Nothing
crying.
suspicious here. Nope.
Nope.
Oh, this is
Well, I hope you have the best rooms available. You know, for family, of course.
of
Only
course.
the best for family.
Of course. And he looks to the manor and says, "Your rooms are already prepared on the second floor, but surely you'll have some dinner first."
Oh,
Oh,
I'm famished.
I suppose if you've twisted my arm, I suppose I'll say yes.
Yeah, yes. Of course, come in before it starts thunderstorming.
My.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
No, it's
Juice is just kind of running her finger across stuff with trying to find any sort of dust and like looking around, and turns to Gil and goes, "This looks like a good new headquarters, don't you think?"
I think this is the perfect place. And not that time the pun wasn't even intentional. It's just the word that I chose. I think this is going to be sensational. We're going to get so much business. We're going to be so rich and famous. Oh, it's going to be beautiful, darling. It's going to be wonderful.
As
I think it's a good plan.
Juice, as you enter, you can feel that little connection you have with your god, or how you get your powers, your cleric powers, not diminish, but it feels almost like you're looking through a piece of wax paper. It feels almost murky or muddied. Basically the moment you step through the aperture of the door.
Into the dining room or just into the manor?
Into the foyer.
Okay.
And Suspicionton kind of holds the door open for the rest of you.
So tell me, what's on the menu for tonight?
Our cook Niwo can make anything you want, but he's got some roasted pheasants. He's got some roasted peppers. Lots of roasting he does. He's a kobold, you see, and has quite the obsession with fire.
Understandable, honestly.
And there's just... You can hear panicked yelling coming from the kitchen, just down the hall.
Just let him know that I like my meat a bit on the rare side. Okay?
He doesn't tend to do rare, but I'll see what I can do.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
And you see this tiny little blue-scaled kobold wearing a tiny chef's hat that's clearly been burned several times. He kind of steps out, and Garg, as he sees you, you can see his tiny little kobold eyes widen a bit.
And I let a little smoke come out of my nostrils just for effect, since I do have fire as a breath weapon.
You're like me, but big!
Well, that is one way of putting it, certainly.
And he runs up and gives you like a hug.
Oh, how adorable.
I'm kind of frozen and not used to this type of... I take it by the shoulders, put it back first, and ask first.
Can I give you a hug? He says while giving you a hug.
I look at the others to see if they're... All right, fine. Yes, you can give me a hug. Sort
adorable.
of awkwardly
You made a
pat
friend.
him on the back. And
And
can you get some raw meat for Holly?
did she just want it a little bit on fire?
Just
Let it look at the fire and then bring it out to her. Yes.
Just smoke.
Do you want it still alive?
No, I'm not a savage. Please.
Oh yes, no, that would be terrible. Yes.
Uncivilized.
Do you
Sure.
want it still
No.
alive?
Yes.
You got it. And he's
I would like mine very dead, please.
that's the best kind.
Same.
And
Yes.
he's still giving your leg a hug. He still hasn't detached himself from your leg. He's doing that.
The food is in there.
He's doing that thing that very small children do, where he's wrapped his arms and legs around your leg, and he's just kind of holding on.
So which way is the dining room?
And Suspicionton says, "Oh, just to your left," and he makes an overly elaborate gesture towards this large dining room. The table's currently empty, save for plates and knives and cutlery. But he says, Suspicionton says, if you would like to look around the manor before, by all means, it's going to take quite a... Niwo is quite wound up at the moment. It might take him a moment to, gain some clarity. And Niwo shakes his
Why
head.
is he... Yeah, why is he wound up? Oh, you mean...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, plus this place is scary!
Is it?
It's less scary with this guy around! And he's still clinging to his leg.
Oh my god.
What's so scary about it, dear?
Oh, you don't want to stay overnight!
Why
Well,
not?
that's what we're doing.
Oh, well, the last lord stayed overnight. He didn't last long.
That's unfortunate. What happened?
Oh, we don't know. He just vanished without a trace
Oh no.
until we found his body scattered across the front lawn.
It's a bit of a trace then.
Just a little bit.
1 or 2 traces, yes.
And Neo looks to you, Juice, and says, "They say if you listen on the wind on a quiet night, you can still hear the screams of the person who found his clavicle."
Clavicles are very scary.
You're killing me,
Yeah.
man. You're killing me.
I told you it'd be a spooky
Oh
game.
man.
Wait, what happened to the person? Who was it that
Yeah.
found the clavicle?
Oh, he had to retire.
Was
Too
it by chance the
spooky of a
previous cook?
clavicle.
He took up a job just screaming, apparently, and we can still hear it.
He was just really old.
Ah, I see.
But I mean, like, I'm sure finding the clavicle didn't help.
No.
Probably didn't. Yeah, probably
And,
expedited things.
Suspicion
If,
didn't. Well,
if we were to, as you say, view the manor, is there anywhere we cannot go, or are we free to roam wherever?
Suspicion didn't will say, "Oh no, as long as you don't go to the 3rd floor, we're saving that in case one of Lord Spoopum's family members ever return. But I
You
will
know
have.
what to juice.
I
Yeah, I was
As-
just gonna
as in-
say.
As inheritors, aren't we all sort of family members?
you haven't inherited it until the sunrise.
Ah, I see.
At which point the manor is yours freely. And suspicion
What
didn't.
happens if we're all still here at sunrise?
It will be divided between the 4 of you.
Wonderful.
So it's got as Okay, interesting. Sure.
Suspicion will then kind of puff up his chest a little bit and add, "I'll have you know, this is the only dungeon-free manor in the Tri-City area."
Oh.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, we used
That
to.
sounds like something they would say. There was a dungeon here. Are you lying to me?
Of course not. If you want to
Are
make
you
an
all
insight check,
right?
by all
Insight
means.
I got a 15. Are you lying to me?
You get the feeling that he's holding something back. Just something in his eyes.
I put my paw on his shoulder, which is, very soft. And I put my paw on my shoulder, the claws, unretract, whatever the opposite of retract is.
Extend.
That see it works. The claws extend a little bit, and just, grip him, not painfully, but he can feel them grow.
Oh,
My friend, if we are to be on equal terms, you should tell me what you're hiding.
well, my goodness, there is a root cellar, but we don't go down there.
Is it
I'm not
smelly?
that.
Not even Neo? Wouldn't he need to get things from the root cellar to cook?
No, and he leans in close to you, Garg. There's radon gas.
Oh no.
Ah.
I
It's
don't know what that is. It sounds bad.
it's an inert.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's an inert gas that can suffocate you.
Why is it there?
Shrugs.
Okay.
It's
I
just.
mean, where else would you put it? I mean,
Where do you keep your radon gas?
At least it's not in the foyer.
Yeah.
That's sound logic, my dear. You're right.
And Neo will give you will finally detach himself from your leg. Are you wearing Garg? You're armored, I assume.
I have chainmail, yes. and
Yes,
normal.
he has left a little Neo-sized imprint on the on one of the counters.
I think he picked up on your fatherly instinct.
Yes, I'm certain that's what it that's what it is. Neo, thank you for going and getting us some dinner. Thank you for the hug.
Anytime, and he gives you another hug. And you're right back where you started.
Help.
The spookiest thing.
Now, Neo,
Too
of
normal.
course you want to create a fabulous meal for our dear guard here, so you'd best go and you don't want to disappoint him, do you?
No, ma'am.
No,
So
let's
th-
go get that food cooked then, huh?
So that's 1 dead animal and 3 alive animals.
Um,
I think that's the other way around.
I think you've got that
darling.
order a bit twisted, my dear.
Okay, sorry. That's 1 alive animal and 3 dead animals.
There we go. Now remember,
Yeah.
don't
There we go.
disappoint.
See?
31 dead animals. And he wanders back into the kitchen.
I like that kid. He's got purpose. I like it. I think if we get this place, we should keep him on. It's great stuff.
I like the cut of his jib.
And after some more fire comes out of the kitchen, after more panicked screaming from Suspicionton, eventually Neo comes out, and he has some roasted pheasants, nice vegetable platters, you know, like one of those, carrot, just raw vegetables with like carrots and pieces of celery with surrounded by dip. He's got one of those out. There is malted beer for those who are interested. There's wine, which Neo will add. I got really lightheaded getting this. Hope you don't mind. I
did a
passed out a
wonderful
few
job.
times.
Oh dear.
Aw,
Oh.
that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Oh, well, I'm happy to provide that for you, dear.
Are you my mom?
Sure. If you would like that, absolutely.
And Neo will give you a hug.
I'll just kiss the top of his head. Aren't you darling?
And there's also 1 live chicken just kind of clucking around on the table.
Oh my. Well,
Zara, you have a little soot on your lips. Just don't want to embarrass you, but
I see. It's part of the look, it's fine. All right, dear. Thank you for the food.
As I go up to whichever food I'm about to sit down at, I do want to do like a medicine check or some sort of check to it just to make sure that it's good to eat. Like, this place has been pretty spooky already. Like, I don't distrust the chef as much as I just do this whole event.
You don't distrust the chef. You just doubt his culinary skills.
Sure.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
That's a 15.
Despite Newo's over exuberance, this actually does look like a pretty tasty meal. He seems to be a skilled cook and doesn't seem to have slipped in any poison.
Sweet. Okay. So she sits down with, all the grace in the world, takes a napkin, lays it on her lap, and just starts cutting and eating.
Okay. Do the rest of you follow suit? Are you ready for your tasty meal?
I will take the seat closest to the live chicken and grab it, pop it whole into my mouth, let out a sort of burp. Feathers come out my nose, and I pop it out, and it's totally cooked and stripped and right there in front of me.
It's just
It's a party.
perfect.
It's a party trick.
It's already been
So many
seasoned too.
questions.
Marvelous. Oh, I do like that.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
Why? Thank you. I guess you'd call it my main attraction.
Ah.
I like this one.
Speaking of main attractions, and I whirl around the hurdy-gurdy, like, how about some music with our dinner? And I start
Ooh.
cranking and playing this big hurdy-gurdy, which, if you don't know, it's like a box with a crank, and you turn the crank, and then you hit some keys, and it makes music. Very technical.
Yes, they're delightful.
They're daft. And
I recommend everyone goes away and find out the sound that hurdy-gurdy makes, because their day will be made.
I've always thought that it actually is some tiny creature inside that is being tortured as you're doing the thing.
Oh no,
Screaming.
it's just pure skill.
Yes. It sounds like it, but
Can you make me a performance check?
I suppose I can.
And can I give her, like, I don't know if it's advantage or something, if I use thaumaturgy to make, like, little colored lights and stuff kind of go around her as she performs?
Yeah. If you want to assist her, then you can get advantage on this roll.
Ooh, wonderful.
This is something we've practiced before, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is me making a good first impression. It's a good thing I have very high rolls. 17.
Okay, the halls of Spoopum Manor once more fill with music, as it kind of reverberates off of this, just throughout the whole building. And Suspicionton will go to the fireplace and just kind of look into the embers as they burn down, and get a very sad look on his face.
Are you right there, dear?
Sorry, Holly, what were you trying to say?
Oh, I was just like leaning, like whispering, like that seems awfully suspicious.
Don't
And,
be suspicious.
Suspicionton will look to you, Zara, and say, "Oh, sorry, that was that was Lord Spoopum's favorite song that you just played."
What are the
It's
chances?
something I just made up completely.
Must run in the family, huh?
There's a dark history to this place. A dark, overly detailed history that probably won't come up in its entirety, he says as he swirls around a glass of brandy.
Anything we should know about, given that we might be inheriting the place, of course.
Can you sum up?
Yes.
Can you give us the
Can we get
truncated
the
version?
I like what he, yes.
He said, well, the first Lord of Spoopum Manor, Lord Faisal Thistlewick Spoopums IV, was hanged by an angry mob just outside of the castle, outside of the estate's perimeter, for witchcraft. This led to a string of embarrassed apologies and letters after they learned that magic was actually fairly commonplace in this world. And then
An honest mistake, I'm sure.
it happens all the time, but his nephew, Sterling Gadthrope Swoopums, moved in with his wife, Chastity, and his daughters, Prudence, Charity, and Abstinence.
That's a very interesting name for a child.
Choices were made. Strong choices.
And he says, the whole building was supposed to face the ocean, but because of a design error, it was built miles away from it. So, the Lady Spoopums would go out on her widow's watch to look longingly towards the ocean, but she would just look upon the graves outside. They said it drove her mad. And he takes another swig from his brandy. Lord Spoopums would go across the globe, pillaging relics from local tribes and cults and bring them back here, where he would store them in his study. Oh, how he loved his trinkets. And
By trinkets, do you mean things like religious artifacts, idols,
oh yes,
magical
Shrunken
things,
heads.
shrunken
yeah.
head idols,
things that might have curses attached to them, large sarcophaguses with that say "do not open"?
reliquaries.
Wonderful.
He stored them on the third floor. We've locked that away for more than one reason.
Absolutely, it does.
I look
very...
at Gil, I'm like,
Oh yeah, we'll go near the third floor. Totally don't.
No.
no, certainly not.
And yes, one night him and his family just vanished. Until he was found, but the rest weren't.
Only one clavicle?
Only we found most of him.
The clavicle had maybe separated itself out.
That's what we found first. And Suspicionton will adjust his little cummerbund and say, I won't be staying the night. If any of you had if any of you had any unfinished business on this mortal world, I'd recommend not staying the night either.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what we have to do, dear.
Can't scare me off that easily.
Tis my destiny.
What he said.
This is my unfinished business.
And Suspicionton will say that you'll find your rooms on the second floor. They should be to your liking.
Will there be any staff members staying the night?
No one stays the night.
Oh. No.
Interesting.
And you'll be checking back in the morning, I assume?
Yes, to probably clean up the mess.
Juice.
Because of our rad party, we're throwing. No, okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a wild
yes.
Quite.
Niwo is
What-
going to be heartbroken.
Is no one from the staff staying the night? Will Elder Stampede or Niwo be around?
Elder Stampede will not be staying the night, and Niwo scuttles off into the woods every night.
Does he live there?
We think so.
Little werewolf kobold in the
Aw.
Sorry, I'm just picturing it looking like a corgi puppy.
Yeah. Awoo!
With a little flame as he woos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
And
He's of fire.
and with that, Suspicionton bids you a good night as he and Elder Stampede go out the front door, and you see Niwo fall out from a window on the second-story floor and just kind of try to comport himself before running off into the woods.
Baby.
Oh dear.
He's a
I love him.
Yes.
What
Juice, shall we go check out our rooms on the second floor?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of equipment to bring up to our rooms and stuff, so we best get on that.
Ghost hunting gear, very professional, very delicate. So we're just going to go set it up ourselves.
All right.
Okay.
And this is when.
we should split up so we can cover more ground. In other words.
well, Gray, I plan on having a look at the third floor. Would you like to come with?
The third floor, the floor we were warned specifically not to go to.
Yes, well, they said it was locked, but I have a uncanny knack of getting through things that are locked.
Who
So.
would ever
Sounds
go into
good,
the
let's go.
third floor?
Oh, don't worry about it. You go set up your second floor stuff that you want to take care of, and we'll let you know what's there.
Okay, Gil, the jig is up.
I believe the jig is up. I guess. Let's go to the third floor.
I'm
Our
assuming
code
we're
is
all
the
very
tracks.
curious about it. Yes,
Yeah.
that's.
As
And I
you,
walk up to you two, and I have a business card that says Polygeist, Ghost Hunters, and I don't know, Holly, help.
actually
My
what it
brain
says on the
just
card.
like cracked.
Yeah, it's like it's got this very professional font. It says Polygeist, and then it's got it's two co-founders. You've got Juice and L.D. Gilbert, Lion David Gilbert, my full name there. And we handed the card. It's got a very spooky but cute looking ghost on it. Very in brand.
The ghosts and stuff.
Thank you. My brain just like snapped in half there for no apparent reason.
I got you. It's good. It's good.
Wow.
As you, so I'm guessing you all go up to the third floor.
You're
Drop
hunting
off
ghosts
your
then. How
bags.
exciting.
As you go up the stairs, you pass your bedrooms before going up a small winding staircase up to the third floor, where there's this gallery of portraits of the various lords of Spoopum Manor. Just as you can see, that most of them share the same features. There's a few lady Spoopums. You see Chastity. You see Abstinence. When you see Lord. Why did I give them such stupid names?
I was gonna say you must have spent a lot of time on those.
Yeah.
Names.
When, when you see Lord Sterling Gadthrope Spoopums, you see it's just his clavicle in the portrait.
Oh,
Oh.
wonderful.
Impressive.
Aw.
That's commitment to the bit, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I get perception
Was it
checks
repainted?
from all of you?
Perception.
It's never been easier. D&D Beyond.
15.
16?
14.
Oh, no. I got a 3.
I got a rock.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually, might as well. So
I got an
whatever y'all see, I'm oblivious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you see that in one of the pictures. One of them is holding up like a small corgi puppy, that just grabs your attention, Garg. But
It's a corgi.
it's a corgi. Look at its little stumpy legs. And it's,
I love corgis.
but Juice and LD, You see that one of the paintings has little eye holes cut out from it.
I was going to ask for it.
I was looking.
I was like, well, the eyes are going to move. I'll sort of give a nudge and go, friends, I'll point at painting. I think we might be being watched.
Let's put on a good show then.
Oh no, we must exterminate this problem steadfast, and I take 2 fingers.
Your hand goes right through the painting, ruining what was once a beautiful piece of work, punching a hole straight in poor Chastity's face.
Look, honestly, with a name like Chastity, she probably had it coming, don't
She
you?
deserved a punch in the face.
I mean,
But your hands don't find purchase in any soft, squishy eye meats.
Oh, that usually works.
Is there like, is it hollow behind the painting fully?
Yeah, there seems to be a narrow passage behind the painting.
Secret passage. Oh, this is so exciting.
I take out a dagger and I just make a small slit through the rest of it, and I step through like a This is killing actual Julia to say this stuff.
Yeah.
This priceless piece of work.
Not anymore.
You can see kind of the bones of the house, like the rafters, the insides.
Not actual bones that make up the house, right?
Not the literal bones, but
The house is made of bones.
you can hear.
There's their problem, really. Clavicles everywhere.
You can hear the soft patter of rain from outside when you're inside this little secret tunnel, and every now and then you hear a small drip. And I need another perception check from you, Juice.
16.
Okay, you see just in the corner of your eye, down one of the other ends of the hallway, just a flit of motion.
And I turn to Gil and I go, oh, I'm hot on the trail, follow me. And I just take off after it.
Post haste.
All right. I'm just
Do
gonna
I
turn
fit?
her into Garg. Well, yeah.
Do
Does he fit?
do I fit in this narrow passage?
You do. Only
Okay.
just.
I was going to warn them to check for traps, but I feel like this might be more entertaining.
I agree. Let them go first.
Okay.
We'll pick up the pieces.
Ghosts onward!
As you start running down this, as you start making your way, with Gilbert and Juice in the lead, the dripping sound starts getting louder, and every now and then you'll feel like a little pitter from the leaking roof, just kind of against your foreheads or against your one of your little lion ears, causing it to flick just a little bit. And as you get in, I'm going to need acrobatics checks from a lot of you.
Ooh, I'm good at acrobatics. Yay. In small spaces.
I got these new dice and they are rolling real good for me. That is a 21.
Nice.
I got a 20 total.
Very nice.
I got an 11.
Okay, Gilbert, you're in the very front, and while everyone else is kind of easily moving through these narrowing passages, it seems to be getting narrower and narrower until it gets to the point where you're kind of getting stuck.
I think I might need a push. I don't know. Is it just me or is this getting narrower?
It isn't just you, because it's actually getting narrower for everyone.
Is it that they're slowly getting narrower, or does it feel like something's moving?
It feels like almost like the entire tunnel is constricting.
Oh, I don't like that.
Is it possible for me to punch back out through the wall?
Give me an athletics check. And as this is happening, as Garg is punching at this wall,
Ow. The total was 7.
you
Three
give the
plus
wall a
4.
punch, but it doesn't seem to give. As you're punching this wall, though, the dripping seems to be getting more intense from the roof, up to the point where you're probably about ankle deep in water now.
Can I, if I'm imagining I'm at the back, can I have a bit of a look around to see if I can use my roguish ways to see if there's something causing it to constrict that could be counteracted?
Okay, give me a perception check.
Sure. Oh, nice. That's a 23.
A 23. You can't. It doesn't. Even with that roll, it doesn't look like this is being constricted by mechanical means.
It's almost like it's a esophagus and it's trying to swallow us, dears.
That's gross.
I know.
Thanks. I hate it.
Thanks for that imagery. Lovely.
And
Yes.
as the water just continues to drip, it starts to increase in intensity, far more than it should, considering the rain, until it's positively just pouring down on you.
Are we being roared by the house? Is that what? Is that what?
Should we back up,
Well-
darlings?
Yeah,
I think
like-
that might be a good idea. Or I can
Alright.
try and chop through the wall. I have a axe with a piercing. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
War
can we
pick.
chop through the wall that's like leads back out into the hallway?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Can I
Okay.
try again with my war pick this time?
Yeah, make me an attack roll.
I mean, even if I at least have a piercing damage, it'll make a hole, right?
Right.
Right. Sure.
I'm gonna get different dice at some
I
point.
will say, since this is a static wall, you do have advantage on this roll.
Okay, well that's good.
It's not
I
going
have-
anywhere.
No.
I got
Well, it
a
might be.
12.
That is actually
Wow.
enough. This is just a wooden wall, and your pick kind of goes right through it. You manage to kind of awkwardly get some momentum going with it, bashing a hole in the side of it, causing some of the water start pouring out.
Whew. Well, we won't drown. Well, I won't anyway. I'm 6'6".
I won't drown first.
Exactly.
But I'm going to need athletics checks from everybody as this water still continues to rise.
Okay.
Should I keep chopping and try and find our way out?
Please.
after we do
Guard,
this?
because you are 6'6", I think you're all right now. But
Are you sure? I got a 7.
I got an 18, and I will be trying to turn around and go back the way that we came if I can. If
it
it's
seems to have narrowed the way you came.
possible. Oh,
Ooh.
I got a
wonderful.
15.
How
I got a
esophagean?
6.
Ooh.
Juice, no.
Juice, as the water starts getting in your mouth, it starts kind of blubbering up to the point where it's kind of difficult for you to breathe.
I'm gonna try and reach over. Can I reach Juice and like pull? What pronouns you use? Juice.
Oh,
How do you pronounce-
her, she,
Okay.
sorry.
I reach over and try and pull her up over the water line at least.
Yeah. You manage to pull her up, basically from her scruff, but not before you take 3 points of damage, just from drowning.
Oh,
Okay.
Just a
Burning
little
damage.
bit.
That's like me.
I do.
Yeah. Not you, Garg. Juice.
Fair enough. No, I'm just coughing and thank you.
Yeah. I'll try putting my hand
No
and do like a
problem.
point blank Eldritch Blast into it.
Your point blank Eldritch Blast. Just
Yeah.
I'm basically picturing you just like
It's like Iron Man hand, yeah.
just the sound of charging,
Yeah.
like a charging flash, and the wall gives way entirely, kind of tumbling down into this kind of this closed off, bricked up room. Dust is everywhere. What furniture there is has been kind of covered with sheets, and when you look around, the water is gone.
Oh,
Gone.
this
Gone.
is fun.
Am I still wet?
You're all wet, but the water is gone.
I'll just skip into the room a little.
That
That was fun.
disconcerting, to say the least. That's. I mean,
Ghost water.
we've seen some ghosts. Like ghosts are real and they are pernickety. And usually, I'm just so charming that I can just persuade them to leave because I'm so lovely and charming and I play music very well. And I'm just wonderful to be around. But this ghost water, nothing I've seen before. I don't think either of us Juice has seen anything like this before.
I don't like it one bit.
Maybe the whole house is a ghost.
Ooh, that's a thought.
And it just chewed up that man and spat him out in the clavicle and flying.
I wonder.
Fair idea.
Can I see anything interesting up here?
As you start going through, you can tell this was once a bedroom belonging to one of the daughters. So there's just the frilly dresses that you would imagine a noble-born woman would have to wear. I'm not sure if those would appeal to your roguish sensibilities.
Well, it's a fancy dress. One likes to look pretty when one is out.
But give me an investigation check.
Sure. 18.
You find a jewelry box containing 60 gold worth of various rings and necklaces. All very ostentatious, bejeweled.
Okay, when I saw that she found that, I started to just pull up, all the sheets off the furniture to see if I can find something.
You find a small plush Dracus.
Of course I do. Save this for later. Put it in my pouch.
I'm just gonna whoop jewelry box in the bag.
Suddenly it's all on your I'm picturing you with 12 necklaces on and 12 half dozen
String of
rings.
Dracuses?
Yeah.
Oh.
A bandolier of Draci.
Amanda, you look. Did you get more jewelry while I blinked? No, I'm sure you've always had that on.
Always had it.
And
Sure.
as you're kind of going through as you're rifling through all of this, I'm gonna get any perception checks again.
See if I can do better this time.
Natural 20 for 21.
I have a 16.
I got a 20 as well for 26, but I have the is it Arcadia dice on D&D Beyond? So it just did the thing where it turns to stone. Sorry, it was very distracting.
I got a 12.
Okay, all of you see this. It's a little hard to miss. Kind of in the floating dust, there seems to be some sparkling lights in one of the corners, kind of softly glowing ambient light.
Do you all see the sparkling ambient light over there?
I wish I didn't, but I do.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
unfortunately. Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate it a little closer. See, can I check it to see if it's magic or ghost?
Yeah, give me an
Energy or
Arcana
whatever.
check.
What is my okay? Womp womp. That was a 7.
You're not sure if it's magical, but given your experience with hunting ghosts, you could probably surmise this is something maybe ghostly.
Okay.
But,
I want to poke it.
As you poke it, it's sort of like
No,
looking
I said I want to poke it. I'm asking my teammates.
Oh,
I want to poke it. Can I poke it?
By all means, I mean it's ghosts-ish. I
So-
feel like you'll just go through it.
So I have an idea, and I sort of slowly turn the hurdy-gurdy around, and I start very slowly playing a nice soft tune, and as a bard of eloquence, because I'm just so eloquent, I have an ability called Universal Speech. As an action to 3 creatures within 60 feet, the chosen creatures can magically understand you, regardless of the language you speak, for 1 hour. So I'm going to target. I'm going to use it on this what I'm assuming is a ghost or an apparition of some sort, and in hopes that it's going to understand us. And I go, "Who are you? Tell us your name, spirit. Are you from the other side?"
all you hear is you would expect weeping. Instead, it is hard coughing. Just
Germs.
it coughs, and eventually, you just hear the words, "It burns."
Oh, that's disconcerting. Can you tell me your name, spirit? What is your name?
Prudence.
I was going to say
Was
abstinence.
my room. And there's more coughing. And you hear the words, "Everything hurts."
Ah.
God, I wish I had an actual way to exercise this ghost.
What
I
does the
might-
pair of you tend? Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No,
Okay,
go for it.
I was just gonna say, what do the pair of you tend to do when you find ghosts? Do you have a way of helping them?
Usually we have a way of like talking to them. I can either bring them back to life, you can speak to the actual spirits, we can ask them questions to see how they would best move on to the next life, and then you can kind of use your persuasion powers to convince them to leave, or we can help them figure out what they need in order to move on, and that's kind of the way that we rid houses of ghosts. But
Yes, just convince them to move on, basically.
we
Wonderful.
haven't dealt with one that still thinks it's on fire, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very new house in a lot of ways.
We could ask the ghost maybe how to help it.
As you start,
Like, what does it need?
Douse her in water? She thinks
as
it's
you're
on fire.
communicating with this ghost, LD, it starts to take on more of a human form, and you can see that she doesn't look burned like from fire. She looks burned in the chemical sense, as if as if her skin's kind of melting together like a wax figure.
Didn't they say there was
Radon in
Camp
the basement.
yeah,
Yeah.
spirit? Did something happen in the basement? Is that where you perish?
We don't go to the basement. There's radon gas down there.
Are you a fucking idiot?
Who did this to you, spirit?
And she says, "You have to leave the house."
Because then the one shot will be over. Can't do that.
We all
Where's
just go
Will
play
come from?
b-ball out.
Yeah.
And scene.
And scene, game over.
Good work, guys.
That was
Good
a
work,
fun
guys.
hour.
Yeah.
And she just shakes her head. "You have to leave the house before
Why?
it's too late." And with that, the ghost kind of starts to lose some of its composure. One of the arms just kind of sloughs off, and it kind of gets a little bit more clarity to its eyes as it looks to you.
Gil, what do we do? What do we do?
I think I'm going to see if I can convince her to pass on. Go, spirit.
At least it's disarmed.
Dun, 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 dun.
Go free from this place and the terrible puns we have wrought upon you. Reveal yourself. Go into the ether.
If I go, I don't want to go alone.
There's some chicken ghosts downstairs you can take with you.
Yeah,
At least
either
one.
Come with us. I'm sure we'll run into more ghosts.
Yes, we'll find
take
you a
them
ghost
with
buddy.
We'll find you a ghost friend.
Yeah.
And the spirit kind of looks to you, Juice, and nods its head. And its jaw kind of just starts.
Oh,
Listen, I already almost drowned. I'm not ready to die myself quite yet. Although, you know, my god kind of reigns in that realm. I will return there one day, but not at the moment. Alright, shoot, I don't know what to do.
Is she? I can't tell if when she looked at you, she meant she was going to follow us, or she was going to try and kill you and take her with us. I really can't tell which.
I'm not sure. Let's just kind of head back. If we can. Is there actually a door leading out of this room?
There is a
Just
bricked
no
up
motion?
door. Oh,
Okay, so
Juice, you have just gotten a point
Great
of
stuff,
inspiration for your next roll, or any subsequent roll.
thank God.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
So
thank God.
I don't really have any spells that would be able to help me break down this door, nor am I very strong. So, Gar, could you take down the bricks for us?
Oh, I will give it my best shot. And I take my war pickup and I attack the bricks.
Okay. Then if you would be
I'm
so
good at this. Yay, I get to poke
Punch
things.
him.
Good thing we're not playing a Satine. I dropped it. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ah! I got an 11.
Okay, well, that is actually enough to hit a brick wall. I would be surprised if you rolled low enough that it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you roll me some
Okay.
damage?
Yes. Sorry. I got a 7.
Okay, you managed to take a big chunk out of this wall as you just kind of keep repeatedly hitting it with your pick.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The apparition of Prudence will look to you, Gilbert, and say, "It knows you're here."
What knows we're here?
It doesn't like to be when it hears its name.
Can you spell it?
She shakes her head,
Can you do?
Yeah,
Okay,
never
let's go.
noticed spell.
Can we do charade?
and she
Oh,
just
love charade.
Sounds like.
she kind of just randomly gestures with her one good arm,
Oh, you mean like the whole?
and she nods.
You mean? No, I'm not gonna say it. That's fine. You mean the title that we already know that the house is called.
And she nods her head.
Okay, so no one say Spookham's Manor.
The entire building creaks.
Why can't I say Spookham's Manor?
The house.
Because when
Stop
you
saying
say
Spookham's Manor.
when you say Spookham's Manor, it doesn't like it.
If the house keeps creaking, I'm gonna yell kind of back at the house. I'm gonna use my thaumaturgy to make like another like crack of thunder and just like go, "Ha! We can yell back at you too. Just shush."
Spookham's
Simmer
Manor is a
down.
perfectly good name. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, if we're needing to go here, I might throw a couple Eldritch Blasts or whatever loose bricks there are left over just to clear the way while they're
Awesome.
shouting about the house.
I didn't need the help, but I'm grateful for it.
But
Oh.
the help was appreciated.
Yeah. I just figured I wanted to get away from the, melty girl quickly.
Oh no, we're taking her with us.
Are we? Alright.
I was going to say,
I mean, if she comes, I'm trying to get us out of this room, and if she follows and we can find her another ghost friend, that would be. Seems like that's what she wants.
Wonderful. Alright.
Okay, with the door down, you guys have, in a roundabout way, somehow found your way back to the second floor.
What?
Wonderful. It's a maze.
All right, so if we step outside, I'm just picturing that Patrick Star thing where he has the jellyfish tied up, and he's like, "Come along, Jeffrey." Like that's what I'm picturing in this ghost.
You're holding the ghost by like the sleeve of where its arm used to be.
Come along, Prudence.
And Prudence just kind of wails.
I love this.
Clavicles everything. And as you guys kind of enter back into the hallway, the creaking of the house seems to intensify.
So
Quite
now
grumpy.
Oh,
Quite
sorry.
a grumpy house, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so too. And I again kind of thaumaturgy make the sound of the creaking back at it a little bit louder. I'm just like,
Are you like those mums where like the baby's having a tantrum, so you tantrum back at it just to make it stop?
After you kind of tantrum back at the house, can I get perception checks?
Mm-hmm.
No, because I rolled a 2.
16.
13.
10.
Oh, looks like we got some more inspiration. The rhythmic creeping of the spooky house makes LP Gilbert think of a new hurdy-gurdy hit.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I think this is a beat that I could use.
Okay.
Would you call this new thing a bit of house music?
Dun 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 dun.
The ears are coming off. It's getting serious.
Through the storm outside and the creaking of the house. Sorry, what was your roll? Zara's? Both of you?
16.
16?
10.
10. Zara and Garg. You hear footsteps coming from upstairs.
On the 3rd floor.
Ooh, someone's up there, everyone.
Maybe it's a friend for Prudence.
Yes.
Yes, I think we should go and look. Let's go into the restricted section. Let's go break the rules.
Let's
I
just
like
leave the paintings
Zara.
alone this time.
Well,
Solid idea.
As you guys go back upstairs, you can see the damage that Garg did to the one painting seems to have been repaired, and the eye holes that were once there are no longer there.
Wait. That wasn't me. That was
Oh yeah, that was
Juice.
Juice.
I punched the painting.
You punched-
It was me.
it was-
I'm a patron of the arts. I put the hole in the wall.
apologies, I was. That
You
was
just don't like architecture. I don't like
Exactly,
paintings. This is-
exactly. Paintings are fine. Architecture sucks.
Buildings? Who needs them?
Ugh.
yeah.
If they aren't trapezoidal, then they're rhombus. Then
Be
forget
damned.
the only good building is a museum, I guess.
That's true. It seems legit.
You can
Is
hear
there a
more.
door next to the painting? Sorry.
I was just about to say, at the end of this gallery, there is a rather large, elaborately designed oak door with a very sturdy lock on the front of it that only a skilled rogue could probably pick.
I will try to perhaps see if it might be trapped first, and then yes, I will be trying to pick this elaborate lock.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
And I mean, if not, and then my hands catch on fire, and I'm like, I could always. No, okay.
Push it.
Juice,
15.
let's keep the fire.
I'm
It
good
do-
at breaking things in the house, so if we need to.
It doesn't appear trapped.
Okay, then I will try to pick the lock.
All right, and give me a sleight of hand check,
Okay.
because I assume you're proficient in thieves' tools.
I am, but I also have my expertise on my thieves tools. I just can't see how
okay.
to do it on D&D Beyond that. So.
Then if you want to roll me a dexterity check and then add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Will it be double?
Yeah, it'd be double your proficiency.
Yeah.
And you're a rogue, so it'll be some insane number because that's what rogues are like.
I rolled a 3, but with my bonuses, it's a 75.
It's a 24.
Oh, that is easy. This lock seems to be more form than function, at least in your mind. It is something that looks nice. It's showy, but it doesn't seem to offer any real protection as you pick it easily, and the door kind of slowly creaks open. And on the inside is this kind of menagerie of horrors. Glass jars with various parts floating in them, relics from all the corners of the globe, reliquaries, phylacteries, idols, just line
Is
this
this
wall,
the
this
study?
study.
Ooh.
And there are 6 chests just kind of in the center of the room, arranged in a circle.
Well, that looks
Well, we have
suspicious.
to unlock the right one, I'm assuming, and not the wrong ones.
Prudence, are you still with us?
And Prudence is still there, just kind of floating around, maybe looking longingly at a painting of her that just kind of looking at what once was.
That's sad.
Yeah,
It's
dear.
okay, buddy. We're gonna make sure you pass on, alright?
Yeah, we'll get you to the other side. Don't worry. Dear, don't suppose you know which of these chests the good things are in and which of these chests the horrible cursed things are in. Do you?
Are you a good chest or a bad chest?
I don't remember
not a
these
chest at all.
chests.
Oh, so they were before
I'm
your
a mimic.
time. She came before the one. She came before the one who did all the relic collecting, right?
She was the daughter.
The daughter of that one.
Daughter. Okay. So she doesn't remember these chests.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. Can we ask her if she's ever been in this room before?
Father said not to come into the room.
Oh no.
Mm.
Well, we are just gonna have to find these secrets together then. And so can I like knock on the chests or something, make sure either they aren't trapped, mimicked, or that it seems like there's actually something inside of them?
Let's see. You can't really see if there's anything inside of it, just from looking on the, just looking at it.
Well, no, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, if you knock on, like, an empty chest, like, right, it's gonna be echoey.
As you knock on it, there is the solid, empty thunk of what you would expect from a chest. Just the.
Okay.
Nothing happens to her when she taps on it.
Nothing happens when she taps on it.
I'm gonna pick one up and kind of shake it, like pick it up. The same one she tapped on.
Oh yeah, there's
Shake
something
it.
rattling in there.
I,
You actually get a good
To
beat.
the-
You get a good beat going with it. Just
I find a jar, start tapping on it, we're all just vibing.
it just
Yeah,
turns
you
into
got it.
stomp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it over to Zara, Rogue Zara, and say, "Do your magic." I mean, not your magic, but your thief taking.
Yes.
The magic is a good backup plan. You
Yes.
can't keep along,
Just kick its ass, yeah. I will try to unlock it if it is locked.
Okay. As you put your thieves' tools close to the lock, you feel a sudden bite down on your hands. The lid opens up, and and I'm gonna need initiative rolls
Bad
from
chest.
everybody.
It's always
I-
5 minutes.
What are you giving me, everyone?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't mind when I was messing with it, didn't mind when he was messing with it. Ooh, not bad. 17.
17.
This initiative. 21.
Okay.
Rolling. Oh no!
Yeah.
I got a 4, which is fair. I'm holding the chest. I mean, I'm gonna have the less initiative.
And I got a 12.
So it goes Zara, LD. I could probably roll initiative for this. LD, and then Garg. And Garg. Doop, beep, 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 boop. Okay,
Why do people even doing
you'll be
that
going
my
at.
whole life?
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, it's just my whole life. Every time people hear my name, they go "Garg."
Garg.
I don't understand it.
It's actually Garurg.
It's a
It's
simple
can't
one.
pronounce it right.
No, that's with one extra R if you have it that way.
Yeah.
This is just "Garg."
Garg. All right then, Zara, with 2 R's, you are first.
Given that my hand is currently inside of its mouth, if it's bit down on me, I'm gonna cast Burning Hands into it.
Might
So
as
I
well,
need a-
right?
Really?
I need a dex save from it.
That's fair.
Yeah. I figured it's a fairly contained burn if it's going straight into its mouth.
I mean, and I have fire resistance, just
Heartburn.
to be noted.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a natural 20 on my end.
Okay, so I will roll my damage and it's half of. So it's 14, so that's 7 fire damage.
Okay.
And then I don't know if I can bonus action, oh no, I can't bonus action disengage yet. Oh no, I can. We're level 6. If I can, I would like to disengage and move.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. You're like, no.
Bad, bad,
Gross.
bad.
Ooh,
Uh,
bad chest, naughty chest.
all right. Was there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
All right, then, Zara with 1 R.
Okay, I would like to cast, Hellish Rebuke at it, so it needs to make a Dex save.
Okay, I did well on this the first time. 15 plus 1, 16.
Beans. Okay. So on a save, it takes half as much fire damage. So it's 2d10. So just 1d10. That is a 6 points of burning damage.
Well done. All right, as you kind of vomit up fire at it. Bad chest.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I think now that it's just doubly on fire, I'm just gonna get out like my daggers and be ready for, if it like does anything else.
Yeah, all this fire is not. It hasn't really done anything to improve this angry mimic's mood, as it kind of stomps around, spreading the fire around the study.
Fair.
And it is going to attack Garg, since you are the closest to it. Since you are still, did you drop it or are you still holding it?
Well, I haven't had a chance to do an action yet. I have an action planned if I can do it, but
it is going to then attack you with its pseudopod. It's going to try to wrap itself around you.
That's gross.
it's just like the kobold.
Uh,
I just wanted to hug me in this game.
The spookiest game yet.
Night of the Living Hugs.
Does a 25 hit?
Yes. I guess so. My armor class is 18. So.
Okay.
Can I try and dodge it? I have pretty good.
Not an attack.
Okay.
Its roll to hit kind of includes both your armor and your ability to dodge.
That's true. Okay.
Oof. And it does 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are now kind of adhered to it.
Oh no.
Right. Thankfully, fire resistance. But
yeah.
As its tongue kind of wraps around your arm.
Yuck.
Gross.
Which brings us to LD.
So, I see this foul creature wrap itself and attach itself to Garg, and I go, no, we can't have that. And so I swivel my hurdy-gurdy around and I start cranking it, and I'm going to, my whispers seem to carry, as I am going to use a bardic ability that I have as a bonus action called Unsettling Words. So as a bonus action, I can expend one use of my bardic inspiration and choose one creature that I can see, and I roll a bardic inspiration dice, and it has to take that away from the next saving throw it makes.
Does it have to know language?
It does not say.
Okay.
It just says one creature you can see within 60 feet.
Okay.
And so I will crank and I will go, you are nothing but an overgrown shoebox. Oh, and so it is going to take a -7 to its next save.
Oh no.
Which is great because that was my bonus action. As my action, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level. So could it please make me a Wisdom save?
With pleasure.
And then take away 7.
Let's see. 14 plus 1, 15, 9. Oh, not 9. 8.
Wonderful. Let me just grab 4d6 real quick.
Talp just said, cranking it, Holly, is against TOS.
God damn it, Talp.
So it takes 19 points of, I believe it is psychic damage. Whispers. Yes, psychic damage. As I just whispered, "You're nothing. You're just a useless box with teeth."
You see a single tear go down its cheek.
That's right. You
Where's
cry.
its cheek? That's so.
Its chest, its lid, which brings us to Garg.
Yes. I am going to, so I have 2 attacks, and they're probably going to look pretty similar because I have bludgeoning as one of them.
Mhm.
And since he's wrapped around one of my arms, I'm going to let go with my other one, and I'm basically going to use it as a club and hit it on one of the other chests.
Yeah, no worries. Then roll me an attack roll.
That is.
Are you having one of those days?
I got a
Ooh.
nice little one.
Oh, buddy.
But that's why it's my first attack.
Mhm.
Oh wow, my other one doesn't do much better. Yeah, I definitely need new dice. Absolutely.
Hey, this is just an
Wow.
excuse to buy more dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. I was trying to resist the urge, but yeah.
Mhm.
So I got a 1. So I guess I break my hand. I don't know.
Did you get another one?
No, the other one I got was a 5 plus 4 is 9.
Okay. Are you adding your strength and your proficiency?
The strength, yes, but proficiency. Sorry, I'm having trouble finding. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, you're right. Haha, look at that. That's much better.
Mhm.
That is a 16.
Yes, that actually does hit. And you've gotten inspiration from both Kadroffel and from Julia.
Inspiration is I need better dice.
So I'll just add that. Boop-a-doo.
Thank you, Kadraffel. Appreciate that.
Just so everyone's aware, Holly and Julia, you both also have inspiration.
I know. I'm saving
You're
it.
saving it. Okay, just making sure. As you kind of heft this thing up and smash it against one of the other chests, the other chest springs to life. And,
Alright.
and it too kind of adheres to your arm.
So many hugs.
Chests
but-
everywhere.
You've got 2 chests on both arms.
Dual wielding chests.
Yeah.
It's Florentine chests. Yay.
Just just hit them against each other. It's fine.
Can I start swinging them like poi or something?
And for damage, can you roll me, let's say 2d6? And then add your strength.
4, 8. No, sorry, 10 total.
Okay, that's actually enough to dash the one on your arm to pieces. It's still kind of hanging in there from its pseudopod. But the other one is now attached to your opposite hand.
Right. Shake it off like a booger.
Which brings us back to Zara with 2 Rs.
Hey, I am gonna go in and pull out some daggers that are in my skirts, and go in to do an offhand hit on the one that's on his arm, just to try and kill it and get it off there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I should, in theory, get my sneak attack if they hit.
Yep, he is within 5 feet.
Yeah. What? 13.
13 is actually enough to hit.
Woo!
This thing only has an armor class of 12.
Awesome. So, base damage is 5, and then, where's my, I can't see, I'll just roll the actual dice. 2d6 roll, plus 8 sneak attack damage, and if I can, I'll do an offhand with the second dagger.
By all means.
12.
If it meets, it beats.
Ooh! So it's just a d4 for this one, so it's 2 more.
Okay, so good job.
Be like, get off of that dragon!
Now I have a little angry mimic.
Yeah.
Which brings us to, was there anything else you'd like to do with your turn? Or are you just going to chastise the mimic?
Chastise the chest. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chastise it and I'll stick around.
Okay, then,
Chastising.
Chastising.
Chastising. Yeah.
Zara with 1R.
Yeah, so I'll go up to. There's still another mimic stuck to him, correct?
That is correct. And there
So
are
I've
4
got-
other inert chests currently.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with that if they're staying still. So I'm gonna go up to the one that's on his arm, and I'm gonna kind of like skewer it from either side, kind of inwards towards me, and try to like pull it off of him while causing it damage if I can.
Yeah, make me an attack roll, and then once we get that out of the way, you can make me an athletics check to see if you can pull it off.
If I can pull off this move, or okay, so it's a attack roll, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. That is a 19.
19 hits.
Cool. So roll damage or athletics?
Damage and then athletics.
Okay. So its damage is 4, and then my athletics check is 11.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a little competing check.
Also, I did it with 2 daggers. Is that, like, should I do both damage for those?
Yeah,
or
if you want to
just,
make an
like-
offhand attack as
Okay.
well.
And I'll just call that my bonus action.
Yep. I mean, that's what it would have been normally.
Right. And that is a 6
6.
for damage.
Oh no, you still have to roll the attack roll for an offhand
Oh,
attack.
great, duh. 19 also.
Yep, yeah, that hits, and I'll let you keep the 6 because I am benevolent. Okay.
I am out of order.
It's been a long day. You just got back from hell.
Yeah.
Then can you roll me an athletics check? What was your athletics check again? Sorry.
11?
11. Oh, that actually beats its 9, and that was with advantage. I rolled a 2 and a 6. So you now have this angry mimic in your hands. Garg, it's kind of looking at you. It's flailing at you with its tongue.
Ugh.
Which brings us to LD.
So there's currently still 4 just inert chests, correct, on the ground.
That is correct.
How many of them could I get in a 10-foot radius?
Probably all of them.
You know what? So LD has Gil has seen these 2 chests attack his friends. And go, you know what? Let's not have that. And he is just going to cast Shatter at 3rd level on the remaining 4 chests.
Okay.
So if they're alive, can they make me a DC 14 con save?
You get to roll lots of d20s. Okay, those are 3 failures. And a 19, so that is 1 success and 3 failures.
Okay, so the one that succeeds take half damage, and I can roll my damage. Oof. Oof. Okay, that's much better. 13 points of shattering damage.
Okay, these chests just burst like eggs almost, just as you command them to shatter, and they respond in kind, leaving just these purplish puddles of ichor. And we are now out of initiative. Zara, you're holding like the shattered remains of this mimic in your hands.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh god, I drop it immediately.
That's a lot of mimics. I've never seen that many in one room before.
Yeah, a gaggle of them, perhaps. Is that the term?
A gaggle seems like the correct word, yeah.
They're all disgusting, quite frankly. I mean, look at the goo.
If I like look around where the 4 on the floor, any of them were, can I find anything that they were maybe concealing, or?
Give me an investigation check.
Something was rattling in the one that I shook, so.
Oh, that's true.
Investigation. That's a 12.
You find a large pearl worth approximately 500 gold pieces. It is the size of a
Oh, heck yeah.
softball.
Nice.
And you find a key with a small, sad face on it, kind of
Oh,
carved
no.
into it.
I'm sure that's
I-
important.
Yeah. I go up to Gil with the pearl and I go, "This is awful heavy. Do you have any room in your sack for it?"
Oh, for that large, very valuable jewel. I suppose I do. And he's like, the cape just sort of like whisks over it and it's gone.
Nice.
Ta-da!
Party trick.
Yeah. Next up, Gil starts pulling out scarves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
And
Randy,
the flower!
Out my ears!
And I also have a sad key, and I go up to the ghost and I'm like, "Do you know where this goes?"
And she shakes her head.
In a lock.
In a lock. She says,
Thanks, burning ghost. You're the best.
and she kind of points at one of the door, at the door across the hall, from this kind of menagerie, and says, she might know.
Oh, that's worrying.
Okay. Well, let's go continue to find you a friend. Maybe she is. And I start walking down there that way with my ghost in tow.
What is it with you and attracting ghosts?
You rate the games. I
get the ghosts.
I get the ghosts.
I get the ghosts. Zara with 2 R's. How are you doing after this successful battle?
Well, I am feeling disgusted by the goo, but I am going to do a quick scan if I can of anything that might be valuable, like in the rest of the room before we try to proceed.
Okay. Give me a quick perception check.
Sure.
Or investigation. Dealer's choice. Or your choice.
18 for an investigation.
As you're investigating the room, again, everything here seems to be of some monetary value. But you do find this very nice bejeweled dagger. That is a +2 dagger.
Ooh. Nice.
It seems to be, as you pick it up, you can see that there's a small inscription. It says, like, ritual sacrificial knife from so-and-so plane of existence.
It's from the
Nice.
dagger dimension.
Exactly.
Yeah, the dagger dimension.
When you go to
Daggers
stab
everywhere.
somebody with it, a little like flag comes out and says like zap or something.
I will pocket it for now. Which is
Okay.
out of sight. But
It pokes into your side every time you take a step.
Alright, dear, calm down. Well, are we going to find more ghosties?
Garg,
Yes.
there is one thing that is getting your attention, probably more so than anything else. On a small, kind of on in a small glass case, is a triangle carved out of obsidian.
You mean a rhombus?
No,
A truncated rhombus.
I mean a triangle. It is very demonstrably a triangle.
Oh. So I make the sign of warding off the evil triangulate heresy, and approach it with caution.
Yeah.
To look at it, because perhaps I must destroy it. If it is definitely a triangle, it is my duty to destroy it. 'Cause
This is not a proper God-fearing truncated rhombus. This is a triangle through and through. It even says obsidian triangle on a small placard.
What? Oh, avert your eyes. And you're saying it's in like a glass case kind of thing?
Yes. Kind of on a little podium, Temple of Doom style. Or
Okay.
Raiders of the Lost Ark style.
Do I have any little tiny sacks that might weigh about the same? You know?
You do. That would be part of your traveling accoutrement.
All right. I will take the hand that is most soiled by leftover mimic and use it to protect me from the triangulate heresy. I have my other one and sort of look at it and pour out a little bit. try and quickly do that and hold the triangle out here. And I also jump back from it right away.
Yeah, as you jump back from it, right, like in an instant, you can feel the triangle almost burning in your hands. And you now have this triangle, which you can use to cast darkness.
All right. Oh, but if I use the triangle to cast darkness, then I'm taking part in the heresy. Oh, such a dilemma. I will put the triangle in one of my pouches and deal with it later.
I'm very invested in this religious turmoil. I'm very invested.
Yes.
This is.
I would like to. Do you have a pamphlet?
As you guys are pillaging all of these priceless artifacts, you can see in the direction that that Lady Prudence pointed, there is another ghost out on the Widow's Watch.
Oh, heck yeah, there's a friend.
Yeah, that's your mother, right?
And she nods her head sadly.
See, we're really nice. See, Juice, we're just the best ghost hunters. Not only are we helping ghosts pass on, we're reuniting mother and daughters, which is so good.
And
Yes.
as you approach, you hear more coughing, just hard, racking coughs coming from.
Have you been in the basement? Cellar.
And Lady Chastity Spoopums turns, and you can see that she too is kind of chemically burned almost, and she shakes her head. We don't go there. There's radon gas.
Who did this to you?
The house.
You mean you mean what? Oh, I not to say it. We learned from. See, I'm learning from my mistakes. The house did this to you.
And she nods her head. You killed its young.
Oh, is that what the mimics were?
Oh, the whole house is a
The
giant
whole house
mimic.
is a mimic. Oh,
So it
no.
was trying to swallow us.
Oh,
Oh, beans.
everything is terrible. Why would we want to inherit this place?
And
I mean, but why did you all stay if you knew the house was a mimic?
we didn't know until it was too late.
Okay.
Did you have to try and spend the night?
We stayed one night and then this happened to us. I woke up. It was burning.
Oh, stomach acid.
It does get worse once you lie down.
Yeah. Should we just like leave and maybe destroy this whole place?
I was gonna say it's not going to work out as a base of operations quite so well anymore, nor as a place for my order to.
I mean, here's the
restore its
thing.
dignity.
Maybe if we just like take a bunch of the stuff, we sell it, we can buy another house, combine our efforts, we can have sort of a base of operations, church, whatever you want, Zara, place.
Yes. No, that sounds wonderful.
Everyone steal as much as you can, and then we will burn this place.
I like the sound of that. And I'm just gonna start like shoving things into my pocket.
Was this room all one? Is this like the only thing on the third floor, or are there other rooms in the third floor that we can try and go to?
If you want to continue exploring the third floor, by all means. Or do you just want to pillage this room?
I mean, we can definitely start pillaging the room.
Gil is just pillaging.
Yeah, as you're kind of stuffing more stuff into your travel sacks, eventually you hear this kind of low rumbling before it starts turning into kind of almost like a motor running, just a steady pace.
I think it's purring.
It's got trapped wind, maybe.
Oh, it's gassy. Oh, it's the
Oh,
worst.
no. Yeah.
But we know it's gassy. It has radon gas in the cellar.
Do you need to see? I'm
Oh!
gonna start patting on the walls like you would pat on someone's back to help them when they're gassy. There we go. Get this out.
Roll me
Get
a
those
medicine
bubbles out.
check.
Yeah. Let's get the bubbles
house
out.
has radon fart.
Zara, can you roll me a
Crossfire.
can you roll me a medicine check?
It was a 7.
How dare you?
You got a sorry. What did you get?
7.
7. Okay. With your padding, it doesn't seem to be helping as the rumbling is getting louder.
Oh dear.
I make louder rumbling.
What is everybody's passive perception?
11. Not great, honestly.
16.
12.
11.
Zara, you notice as you're padding this, the walls, you can see that the ceiling seems to be lowering,
Oh dear, now don't do that. That's just rude.
and you can see that small teeth seem to be appearing from the roof ceiling, kind of descending down like stalactites.
I think it's quite hungry and it looks like it's going to eat us, everyone. Not to cause alarm, but its upper jaw seems to be descending.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's head downstairs. Get away from the teeth. Get away from the teeth.
Yes. Goodbye, ghost. Pleasant, lovely talking to you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
We'll be seeing you soon.
Yes, I'm sure we will. We will have a lovely reunion. All right. Bye.
Bye.
And as you guys start leaving the room, I'm going to need athletics checks from all of you.
Athletics. Oh
Ah.
boy.
I am throwing away these dice after this
You
game.
do. You have. Is it advantage? Inspiration.
Yep, you do have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a
Technically, you
19.
have 2 advantages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
-1, so that's an 18.
Okay, 18. Yep.
Athletics, no.
Also got an 18.
Very good.
I
15.
have 12.
Okay. You managed to get out of this room before the ceiling kind of viciously slams down, shattering all of the jars and destroying a bunch of the priceless relics that were still inside, the ones that you guys didn't manage to steal. This gnashing of teeth. In the hall, you can see the hallway start to kind of almost melt down, almost like a wax statue that's been left in the sun. It starts to distort.
Ooh.
Almost.
Have any of you ever seen House of Wax? Because that's all I'm.
Yes, I have. Yeah, that's exactly what's going through my mind. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I guess
keep-
we're running.
Yes. I'll be leaving. I'll be trying to like pat the walls in case it does need to release some gases.
There.
Yeah, there.
Well, if it releases the gas, then right on.
It'll fart outside. Maybe it'll just fill the garden up.
Alright, give me another medicine check, Zara.
Okay.
Oh, the whole house just has indigestion. This is spiraling out of control.
That's
Stop
16.
firing.
16.
You can see that there might be something obstructing this mimic.
Oh.
You get the sense.
You didn't.
Something's it's got something trapped.
Are you okay there, Gray?
Go ahead.
Yeah. She wants to try and help out if she can.
Okay.
Go try and see if she can find something. I
this-
think it's got something trapped.
If this creature obeys any sort of anatomical laws, you imagine it would be in one of the lower levels.
Okay, I'll go and start looking.
We're gonna have to go into the basement, aren't we?
Possibly. There. It's all right, darling. We'll help. And I stroke the walls. It's
You can
okay.
This entire hallway is still slowly collapsing.
I'm moving. Let's go downstairs.
Juice. What is going through Juice's head right now?
I'm just thinking if we need to get down to the basement, is there any way that I can get outside and then around and able to, like, maybe me and Gar can make a hole into the basement somehow? I don't know how old this house it is, maybe it's dirt. Just to release the gases into the, like, outside, just fumigate it, basically.
You can see as you go through one of the windows on the 3rd floor, you can see they've been barred from the inside. So you might not be able to get out of the house this way, but maybe on the 2nd floor.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so as we're heading downstairs, I'll turn to the group and I'll say maybe we can, if it gets to this and we need to investigate the basement, why don't we try to find a way to get the fumes out? Because I don't know how else to deal with that.
Yes, well, if I get the sense something is obstructing the poor beastie.
In the lower levels.
Just dislodge something.
We can all say this house is constipated.
Yes, quite my.
Sourcefire, you're a fucking monster. The house is constipated.
And we've basically been performing a in-person colonoscopy.
And we are the laxative. You are. You are.
Happy Halloween, everybody!
Just a group of prunes.
Happy Halloween! We're really having a
prune
shitty
squad.
time.
The prune squad, yeah.
The prune squad.
New marketing.
Yeah, that's the new name of the organization. I try to descend down.
As you go downstairs, I'm going to need athletics checks again, as
Oh, no.
you see the same kind of liquid that was pouring out of the roof earlier seems to be slicking the stairs.
Got a 13.
Is it athletics or acrobatics?
I will go with either.
Okay, in that case, I got a 15.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Yeah. I got a 14. If I see that it's trying to slick up, I'm gonna like try to like ride the railing down.
Whee!
An 11.
Okay, the two Zaras managed to make it down first, through radically different means. As Zara with one R, as Juice slides down the banister of the spiral staircase, just whoop, whoop, whoop. And Zara with two R's starts tumbling down them.
Oh no.
Zara, were you at the back of the group or at the front of the group? Where do you think Zara would have been situated?
Me? Probably towards the middle to the front, I guess, because she's been trying to like pat it down and investigate it, so she would be towards the front ropes.
Okay, then LD, can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
As soon as I can. Okay, that's fine. I rolled a 15 plus 5 for a dirty 20.
Okay, you managed to kind of jump over Zara as she rolls down
Oh,
the
there
stairs.
she goes.
Now I've got that song stuck in my head.
What?
There she goes.
So, one of the, I'm sorry, I don't know whether, but just never mind. I'll wait till it's my turn.
No,
shut
no,
up
it's,
for a second.
we're not an initiative.
All right.
You can do
All right.
whatever you want, whenever you want.
Great. Well, since I am apparently in the back and everybody, the stairs are obstructed and the railing is obstructed, and I have a rope that I like to carry with me and grappling hooks, I want to put my grappling hook at the top and just kind of rappel all the way down the side.
Oh, nice. You easily slide down this rope, looking really cool as you kind of do that thing where you kind of bounce off the wall, making your way down to the bottom of the stairwell.
Yep.
All of you get down the stair in your own unique, stylish ways, and you can see the second floor seems to also be kind of creaking and trying to consume you as the hallways start constricting down, much like an esophagus.
Don't like it.
Don't like soul.
No, that's ground floor, please.
Yes,
Ding,
I guess
ground floor, please.
I guess we just beeline it for the basement.
Yeah, sure.
As you guys run downstairs, then through the dining room, then through the study. I made a map for my own sake. And then into the kitchen. You can see that through one of the windows, you see Niwo, and he's waving at you. Hi, guys!
Hey, buddy.
Hello, small friend.
Where are the prunes?
In the cold box!
Good idea, Garg. Maybe if we throw some prunes into the basement.
Yeah, just chuck them down there and hope for the best.
Niwo, I thought you weren't here through the evening.
I don't stay inside during the evening!
Sensible. What are you doing here then?
I was sleeping in one of the graves!
Oh. That
Like
tracks.
you do.
Yeah.
I don't have a bed!
I would die for this kobold.
Yeah.
And
Oh my god.
That may remains to be seen.
Yeah.
You might have to, yeah.
he holds up a small crayon drawing he's done of Garg, and he says, "You're my new dad, right?"
I
You
can't
have
look
to
at
say
Garg.
yes. If you say no, you're going to break his little heart. Just say yes.
Yes, the lion says yes.
Good.
I am.
I have a
So,
condition where disappointment causes me to die.
well, lucky you. Hey, did there used to be a chimney or I want to say a dryer vent? Any like ventilation down here that you know of?
Oh yeah, there's a chimney in the dining room.
Has it been used?
We used it during dinner.
Oh,
Remember
it's not
there was
locked.
that big expository scene right by.
He was like,
Is there anything else that isn't used anymore?
There's a coal chute in the basement, but we're not supposed to go down in there.
Coal chute.
bingo.
Nice,
He,
nice,
he
nice.
holds up another crayon drawing of the four of you with little X's in your eyes and radon gas. Just kind of.
That's very
Oh.
morbid. I love it.
I'm
Can I
just
keep
waiting
it?
for him to be like, I see dead people.
Yeah, you can see there's a little Nemo in the corner with little tears just shooting everywhere.
Okay, wait. There are supposedly a lot of dead around here, right? Like there's a graveyard.
Yes.
I turn to the group and I go, if we don't want to go down there and investigate the coal chute, I can animate a dead person and
Oh,
send them
yes,
down
you
there to check
can.
it out.
That's quite smart. They can't be hurt by the radon gas because they don't have lungs. Oh, Juicy, I know it's the reason I liked you.
Any objections? Otherwise, I will go grave robbing.
No, that sounds.
I would much rather we use dead people. They're not nearly as disappointing when they die.
You go to one of the freshest graves, which belongs to. Well, I guess the freshest grave would belong to Lord Spoopums, Sterling
Oh,
Gadrope.
yeah, the one who just died.
But,
Well, but I think that we just have a clavicle.
Just a clavicle bouncing downstairs.
oh, no, I mean, they found most of them, but the problem is he isn't all that. Like, while they found most of him, it was spread out over a very large area, and as you kind of dig up this grave using Miss Elda Stampede's shovel, and crack open the coffin. What does it look like when Juice casts this? I'd say raise the dead, I assume.
Yeah, so for her, because she's a cleric, it's more of a ritual. So, she might like draw a circle in the dirt around it and say a little prayer, it lights up, and then however they rise, if they had broken their legs, maybe those start to mend a little bit, just enough for them to get up, or you just hear a bunch of probably cracking and popping that isn't too nice to listen to.
The sound of like cracking and breaking as Lord Spoopum kind of pulls himself out of his coffin and rises to the grave, and you can see that while he's been reattached. One of his arms is backwards. One of his feet are pointing in different directions. His head's spun completely around, and this shambling corpse just kind of shambles up towards you, Zara.
Okay, cool. So he is under my control for 24 hours.
Nice.
Right. Come with me, Lord. And I lead him into the house.
And this thing seems to be having a lot of trouble moving, as it's kind of flopping around, but eventually it falls in line behind you.
Have you guys ever seen the Stardust movie with the Mommet that's what I'm picturing?
That's what I was picturing too.
Nice.
So, yeah, okay. I'll lead him in, and I'll look to the group, and I'll say, okay, cover your mouths, stand back. I'm gonna open the basement door.
You see that there is a warning both in Common, Elvish, Sylvan, Orcish, Goblin, Kobold. The Kobold one is
Underdark.
circled. Undercommon, just warning, radon gas.
Oh my god. I swear if there's no radon gas in here, actually. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can see through its eyes or something. I'm just gonna instruct it to, go down there. If there's any coal chute, look at the coal chute, see if it's obstructed. If there's any other issues in the basement's architecture, unblock it. Hear me?
Arr. Yarp. And
I think he's trustworthy.
it goes tumbling down the stairs.
Nice. I shut the door behind it.
Now, this corpse kind of sniffs the air, grumbles about the radon gas, and moves towards the coal chute, just kind of shambling its way over there, where it reaches into the coal chute with one arm and is fumbling around, and a few bits of coal stumble out before it grabs onto something, and with a final tug, it pulls out another clavicle, which it attaches to its corpse.
Damn it.
And there is almost a sigh of relief from the building. The walls feel like they're expanding, like a house in sunlight.
Clavicle.
Oh, I pat the side of the house. There you go,
This
buddy.
is like the mouse and the lion. No offense.
Yeah, no, so... and as you guys look out the window, you can see the sun has begun to rise once more on Spoopum Manor.
Oh, I think that means we own the house now.
We
I
own a
would say
mimic
so.
that looks like a house.
I mean, if he's willing to be friendly, that's not
I
bad for
actually
business.
think that's a great
I agree.
thing to have.
In terms of parlor
Yeah.
tricks, you could it could be like a manor that people can come and stay at, and we could charge fees and come live inside the giant
Ooh.
mimic.
And then we could do our ghost tours. We could
Mm.
have them talk to the ghosts if they don't wish to pass on. They will not be lonely anymore.
Marvelous.
And if we have any enemies, we can show them the house's teeth.
I like the way you think.
All right, and as the sun rises upon Spoopum Manor, that is where we will leave it for tonight.
Hey.
And thank you to all my adventurers for joining us on this
No
spooky
problem.
Halloween adventure.
Thank you for not
Thank you.
killing the little kobold.
Why did it have
Yay!
to be a triangle?
Of all the shapes.
I have a magic item and it's a
Oh, man.
triangle. Ah!
Now, Gray, World
Yes.
Builders has a lot of stuff coming down the pipe.
Yes, we
don't
do.
they?
No pun intended.
Would you like to plug it?
Yeah, can we stop with that particular metaphor?
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, come on.
They have a lot of events occurring soon.
Yes, yeah, we're gearing up for our end of year fundraiser, which this year the theme is something to look forward to, because this particular year we think people need something to look forward to. So we have all kinds of the usual, lots of streaming. Patrick Rothfuss is going to be streaming every day. I'll be doing a thing called 11s at World Builders during the week. So we'll have various guests and things going on. We have a 1965 style telethon to raise money for Heifer. That's going to be hosted by the Galactic Journey people. Satine and the Sirens are doing a D&D game. Jamie is also doing another D&D game in our thing. And we have lots of people. And the prizes, I mean, I can give you one preview of the big prize I think that's going to take place, which is that we have a 1950s style typewriter that has been signed by Neil Gaiman.
Oh,
Yes, and I have
Wow.
seen this. I have seen this typewriter, and it is amazing. And so that's going to be coming into the many things that we will have as the prizes. And the whole point is to raise money, of course, for Heifer International, which is fighting systemic poverty and finding sustainable solutions for hunger throughout the world. And so yeah, it's Geeks for a Good Cause, getting together, enjoying things. And even if you can't donate, we want people to just have something to kind of enjoy as the year comes to a close. So
amazing.
That was really good.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, again, thank you, my lovely adventurers. Thank you, everybody in chat who joined us. I hope that
Thank
you
you,
all have a
guys.
spooky Halloween. And we will see you all next time.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Good night, everybody.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. You're still hot,
Bye.
Mike. I will tell you when it's safe to talk.